Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Handicapping with Scotty. And I'm over the Del Mar Hilton here in San Diego, California, right across the street from Del Mar. I'm in a cafe here at the hotel, and there are horse players, as you can tell, all around me, everywhere. What's up, Steven? Hey guys, Mike. So I started handicapping a little bit for Del Mar. I'm going to start in race number 1. And good day yesterday. Good opening day, right? Pools were good. The energy at the track was really good. The energy here is just incredible. It's probably a little bit noisy in the background. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't want to talk too loud, although everyone else is loud. Oldie, good morning. What's going on? Hopefully you guys get a chance to watch the simulcast from Del Mar yesterday with me and John Lees. Felt like that was good. We had a really good third race for sure. We weren't particularly hot, but we weren't cold either. But this third race, I really liked the 816 cold. Thought the 8 was my best bet of the day, and that came in. What I was surprised about though was the trifecta paying almost $60 for $1. That was pretty neat. You're gonna go to Arlington Park? What's up, Aaron? David? I've got my coffee in my hand. In here, there's just, it's the energy with horse players is just incredible, especially down here at Del Mar. Not always. Like, I've been to some smaller tracks during the week, and you really feel like you want to slice your wrist for sure. But not like that here. Good energy. And yeah, good morning, Kent. Looking forward to going over to Del Mar today. I'll be over there, I think 105. We go live. No value for Hot Rod Charlie, Mandaloon. Yeah, maybe we'll look at that. We might look at that. So can you guys hear me okay, or is it terribly loud? I might have to take this outside, huh? You haven't missed an Arlington Million? Yeah, that's August 14th, right, Oldie? So, how are you guys feeling about this noise in the background? Is it terrible? Tough to find a seat here. What's up, Mike? Yeah, you can, Steven? Okay. Good morning, Cindy. You can hear the conversations. Is it bad though? Can you hear me? Oh, thank you, Lolo. I really appreciate that. That's thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, John was great. That was the first time I had met John, so we were doing that show, and it was great. All right, if it gets too loud, you know how horse players can be. Very loud background noise. I know it's loud. Sounds busy. It is. Yeah, it is pretty loud. It's very busy. Why, Bill? Why do you say that? You said go to the tape yesterday's show when you give out the try for Del Mar 3. Why? What did I say? What did I say in there, Bill? I know that I gave that out cold. I know that. I know I did say 8116. You know what was really cool though? I'll tell you what was really neat about that for me. I gave it out on both shows, but. Well, I did 3 shows yesterday, but what was really neat was I went up to the My Racehorse group. And I was up there. It was kind of awkward because I didn't want. There was like 1,000 people up there. It was nuts, but I didn't want to just go up to people and just go, "Hi, I'm Scotty. Here's my card." Right? Yeah, you're okay. Right on. Sounds like home, Corky. Anyways, what was really cool though was there was the one guy and 3 women, and I walk up to them and I get the balls to just say hello, and I walk up and I'm like, "Morning, Ron," and I said, "Hey, I'm Scotty," and I said, "There's a promo code here in the back, and you click on that, you get the track for free," and I did all that, right? They're like, "Well, we don't really know what we're doing," so they scanned the code. And they did that, and then they said, "Well, I played these tickets." So this woman hands me $40 in tickets, 2 different tickets, and one of them was $20 to win on the 8, so that was good in race number 3 at Del Mar yesterday. And then the other one was $20 to win on the one, which I liked too. So I'm like, she goes, well, can you do this for me? And so I walk up, and they all did the same thing. And I walk up to the teller and said, okay, I want you to give her a $10 exacta, 8 with 1/6. And then I want you to take the other one and do a $10 trifecta, 8 with 1/6 with 1/6. So I'm like, and I'm thinking, man, if that one wins, it's going to be terrible. And so then they all did the same thing. So anyways, and it came in like that. And so I you know, it's those little things, right? But that was really a cool moment. So what about Jessica in the 4th race, Stephen? What are we talking about? This today or yesterday? What's up, Marshall? We're talking about yesterday. I'm trying to keep up with you guys and all right, let's handicap. Okay, and so I thought this race was tough. I eliminated the 8, and then the 2 is going to be forwardly placed for sure. The 3 horse drops, and is the Scotty long shot gone somewhere? Let's see. So it's a 58 same race SOR. This horse, you can see 2 things happen here with this horse in both races, lifetime races with the Scotty long shot. At the top of the stretch was in 3rd or 3.5 lengths back both times before giving up late, right? But not giving up a lot. Okay, and then now stays with the 51 GSR. So this horse to me is like more of an exotics horse, but certainly can be there. I'm really hoping Tyler Bays has a good meet. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Tyler Bays. But you can see the top win percentage is only 23%. No, we're going to make some money, Mo. Do you know that 3rd race yesterday for me? Because I had the exacta and trifecta. That race paid for the entire 53 days I'm going to be here down in Del Mar. If you're really smart about the way you bet, then you can do well, right? And so you just want to pick your spots. And so even though what was really cool, I'm going to go back to this real quickly so I can show. This race was tough for me, but we'll come back to it and try to figure it out. I'm going to be with you guys for probably about a couple of hours. Now remember, if we're going to do preliminary stuff today, because I don't know that the scratches are going to be out. So we're going to do preliminary. But what you can do is you can watch the simulcast. If you go to tvg.com or go to ExpressBet and you click on Del Mar, you'll see me and John Lee's covering the race, and I'll have a chance to dial that in a little bit more, okay? So that's the way we did it yesterday. But I bet a little bit in throughout the day, but I hammered this particular race. And that if you look at, we took a 1 to 2 shot. And I want to make this point, right? 49%, that's one algorithm, the win percentage algorithm. 49% win. Top Scotty pick, that's the second algorithm, okay? Look at the SOR, 70 tops, that's another algorithm. The GSR, top GSR, that's another algorithm, okay? Look at the EE morning line, 6 to 5 on the morning line. Next closest was 4 to 1, and the horse ended up going off at 18 to 1. That is a single. Hey, Michael, that's a single. It took me 1 minute to handicap this race, not even that yesterday. Then I'm going, okay, I already know who my key is. I think I have, right? 8 single. Look at that. I did that immediately. Look at exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And then I put the 1 horse, possibly gate to wire. We talked about that. And then the 6, 8-1-6. Those were my notes. And then I put, look at this, 6 horse, second off the layoff, and Joe Bravo. Remember, I told you, watch for Joe Bravo every single turf race, okay? And today, Pratt's gone. So on all the turf races today, just a reminder, look at Bravo and look at Rispoli, okay? Look at Bravo and look at Rispoli very carefully. I'm not sure I would leave them off of any turf races, okay? So, and I hammered this race, and then the other ones I just messed around with, and ended up doing really well. Okay. So pick your spots. But we took a 1 to 2 shot and we turned it into a $60 trifecta almost for $1. A 1 to 2 shot in an 8-horse field. Okay. Capiche? Again, I know this show is different than what we're used to. We do, we take races coming up, and you guys talk about your races. I love it. Let us know how you're doing. I want to know, like Cindy, let's see. Right now you're alive. Single to 1. All right, good luck, Cindy. On this particular show throughout the Del Mar meet, it's going to be more casual, more chill. We're just going to look at these races together. Sometimes I'll have time to pre-handicap some races like I did, and then we'll go over that. I know I'm figuring most of us are playing Del Mar, so we'll be at least you'll get some good insight. Maybe we'll find some horses we like. Let me know if you see something as well. So if you see like a GSR and I missed it or whatever you might see, let me know. And we're just doing preliminary handicapping. Probably not keying in on many things in this show. And then you watch the simulcast, you'll hear what I think after that. This is the way I handicap. I process stuff. Unless I'm doing I handicap more for shows than I do tournaments. Tournaments, I just show up. Saratoga's coming up in race number 1. That's coming up. Thanks, Bill. Right. So just want to make sure. I know it's different than when we go from track to track to track and we go bet vertical bets and things like that. That's got a lot of action and it's way more fun. I know, but that's tough for me to do right now, considering I'm down here at Del Mar and I need to handicap anyways for the simulcast show, right? So I figured this would be a good thing to do. And not only that too, I think it's a good learning lesson for a lot of the new players and young people that are coming into the game, or people that play poker or sports betting and they want to learn horse racing. I think that this format kind of plays to them. But listen, we're going to be doing partnerships with people, and we'll get back to the vertical wagering, showing the races, watching the live races together. We'll get back to that. It's just probably be towards the end of Del Mar, but we've got some big things in the brew with some partnerships as well. So stay tuned for that. And all right, race number 1. Anybody have any opinions in this race number 1 to kind of get things going? You have this first time starter here just for Ethan. I found that Brian Corner, his horses are usually fast. This horse seems fast, working over at Los Al. And puts Maldonado on this horse. Be shocked that this horse is not on the lead early on. You like the 7 in the first? Okay. The one we're talking about. Cindy likes the 7 a little bit. Mizzen Power, first time starter. So I'll show you how I look at these first time starters. So Ron Ellis, Drayden Van Dyke. I'm looking here and I'm going each race, each workout, right? And I'm not seeing any sneaky workouts. Now, Ron Ellis usually works his horses out faster than this. But this horse is 13 to 1. This horse is in for $50,000. Usually you'll see something. I mean, every workout is so slow, it's almost hard to believe. It really is. Like, I almost don't trust, and the horse is getting a little action, but it's way, way early. But what the heck? 105, 103, 39 and change? I mean, 105? Is this horse this bad? And if he is this bad, why the heck is he in for this? Or it could just be that this horse wants longer or a different surface, and we're going to look at that. And I don't see it. I mean, these GSRs are really poor. So, good morning, Greg. Good morning. So, Ron Ellis is a fantastic, and here's the other thing: the GSR is really low on this horse, right? The 4 horse, Eric says he likes this horse a little bit. So let's look at that. Warren's Candyman, second Scotty pick, lukewarm top win percentage. I've been on the turf in the last 5 or 4 races, right? But here's the thing: what's really weird about this? This horse in 8 tries on the turf has earned $4,600 per start. On the dirt, $9,600 per start. So let's look at the GSR plus. I mean, Turf and Durf are pretty even. Juan Hernandez, I still feel like he's going to have a good meet. I know he didn't win a race yesterday, but I still feel like he's going to have a good meet. Good morning, Deb. What's going on? Does have a top GSR. So also, but here's the thing: this GSR is going down. Had a 75 last time out, and down. Also, always look at horses that are favorites. But this horse has been right there as the favorite, but not winning. Now they're trying something totally different. Like, to me, this is not a horse you want to key on, because to me, Craig's just trying everything he can. He's like, okay, 8 furlongs in the turf didn't work. Let's try 6 furlongs sprinting. You know what I mean? That's what's happening here. Horses had good GSRs in every single race, so it's not like we can grab onto that. And this horse has been burning a ton of money. It's one of the ones, but this, again, you see what I mean? Like, to me, this is looking more like a spread race. I haven't looked in detail, but that's what it's looking like. A Star Trek character? Which one? So, Head for Business, the 2-horse top Scotty pick. And this horse has a lot of speed. That was a 44 group. This is a 50 group. But that being said, this doesn't look like a 50 group to me. It just doesn't. I mean, 2-horse, and I don't know how much speed is in this race. Well, it looks like the 7's going to be fast. What's wrong with the 1-horse? 2 second-place finishes, 23%, 4-1 right now. Jessica for Phil Diamato. Right? I mean, Richard's kid's been a good, doing good as a sire. Said 1 work after that last race. Space is pretty good. Let's see, July 11th. I mean, I will say this. I think I like the 1 because the 1's tactical more than the 4. This is just a wide open race. We don't really know. And the works on the 6 are just so slow. They're even hard to believe. I don't know. I honestly, in the first leg, I might just cover all these except for the 8. I might. But those works on the 6. My God. What's up, Graham? Graham bringing it. Yeah, I think the 1 will be hard sent as well. Yeah, I do. Okay. We might come back to race number 1. If anybody has another point, good morning, Anthony. If somebody has another point about it, that's great too. You can see, I'm not going to go reach and just start saying I like this when I think it's tough. I'm not going to do it. Mike was just reminding me that my car is getting delivered from Florida. It was like literally way cheaper for me to but have my car brought out here from Florida to Del Mar, because I'm going to be here 53 days and I have no car. So I don't know what I'm going to do if they show up during the show. One of you will have to take it over or something. I don't know. Maybe Cindy. You guys, I would probably get more viewers if Cindy did the show. Who are we rooting for over at Monmouth Park? We can go back and forth a little bit. The 1-horse at 54%, 3 to 5 in the morning line. Betting the money in all 4 tries. An interesting horse there for a long shot might be the 7-horse. And the reason I say that is 4 wins and 7 tries with 2/3. Just an interesting for the exotics, Cindy. Don't get mad at me. I know you. 1's got speed from the rail. How much speed? No speed there. No speed there. No speed there. No speed there. Some speed there a little bit. 7's going to 1 is 1 to 9. I think 1's going to be very, very tough to beat, but the 7 has some speed. Might be a nice exacta. 1-7. And maybe even put the 7 in the 3rd spot too for a trifecta. Okay. Let's get back to Del Mar. where the turf meets the surf, down at Old Del Mar. Take a plane, take a train, take a car. There's a smile on every face, and a winner in each race, where the turf meets the surf at Del Mar. You gotta love that song, right? How do you not like it? Just gets in your veins and you just gotta sing it. I don't know. All right. The one horse. I think the one could get over bet. That's my note. The 2 horse, second off the layoff. I'm leaning towards the 2, father of O'Flaherty. It's as Irish as you get. Okay, the reason is second off the layoff. Still won that race. What's up, Jeff? Still won that race, but you don't see a horse too often going from a 42, winning a 42 to a 52. Not very often. Like, I'd have been happy to see this horse in a 10,000 claimer, but I think this is a really weak $20,000 claimer. I really do. So, what's up, Tyler? My man. All right, so, and this horse did win last time out, barely, and 5 times was the favorite and lost every one of those races except the last one. And that was at 5 furlongs. This is 5.5, right? And it looks like the horse got the speed duel. Okay. You love the 3 here in this race, Cindy? Golden-eyed. You know, I will say this. This is a really rough race. The 3 has a shot. I did look at the competition this horse faced, especially the race 2 back at Sam Houston. It didn't look very strong, but yeah. But corner, Jessica Pfeiffer. I bet you Jessica has a good meet. Does anybody bet? Listen, she's not somebody you're going to bet on the turf yet, but on the dirt, people are riding her. She is a really strong rider. She blows me away. I don't say that about many of the women jockeys, honestly. Nothing against the women. They're just not as strong as the men, but it's not always about that. But like a Rosario can carry a horse home. But then again, Rosario, how many rides do we see Rosario mess up? Oh my God. That just happened. See that? My driver is here. All right, guys, you're gonna have to give me like 10 minutes, okay? I'm so sorry, but I gotta go out there. I'll be right back. He's parked here on the main road.
No.
I now have a car. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, what happened at Monmouth Park? How'd the one do? One. Okay. 154. One easy. Got the wow. 220. Horse went off at 1-9. Wow. Nice. Way to go, Cindy. Live on both pick fives. Holy crap. God, it feels good to have a car. Okay, let's get back to handicapping. Saratoga's coming up in race number 1. Huh? I'm not doing a very good job of this, right? Like I love going from race to race to race. You obviously know how I handicap now, right? Like get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. See how fast we can get rid of horses. Now we can handicap, instead of handicapping 10 horses, we're handicapping, or 11 horses, we're handicapping 5. That's pretty neat. Pretty dominating numbers by the 6 and the 3. And the screwed part about this is they're not part of the top 3, 8, 2, and 4. So it makes this race difficult because the metrics aren't lining up. No, they brought my car from Florida, Deb. So, so I would have a car because it was going to cost like $8,000 to have a rental car, and it was like, you ever rented a car? I rented a car one time that was so small that I was bigger than the car, and I'm like this, and the thing wouldn't go faster than 50 miles an hour, and everyone's like passing me, and I'm like this. It was the most uncomfortable thing ever. I'm like, I need my car, so I had to go get it. They made it really easy. They did a good job. Good job. So I got my car. But anyways, I think Saratoga looks like those horses right there. You could even do a trifecta box. Because if the 9 was to win, and I'm not even using the Scotty long shot in there. 2%. Let's look at the Scotty long shot. Broke bad in both starts. The GSR is okay. Steve Asmussen. See, a horse like this can totally win. Broke slow in his first start and still rushed up. Oh, look at this though. 46 SOR in the first race, and the second race is a 58. This is a 50, so this is an easier group. Scotty Longshot could be tough here too. Yeah, those are the horses I would use. And then you're talking about like this horse is cutting back in distance after being off and has the top GSR, the 6 horse. Nothing wrong with that. I noticed that the system does not like layoff horses that much. Then you have a first-time starter. Now, I would just say this too about these first-time starters. Very difficult for a first-time starter to win on the turf, whether it's going 2 turns or sprinting. Very, very difficult. They usually don't break good, and then that really throws them out. So we'll see. The horse has nice works, June 19th, June 25th, June 25th to July 9th. They could have – no, that's a gap. I don't like the gaps. Irad Ortiz jumps aboard, though. I still don't like the gaps. This horse might need this race. For me, I would probably eliminate the 3, even though Irad's on and has a good GSR for me. But still, Irad's aboard. All right, I'm gonna get back to handicapping. I'm supposed to put in my picks too. What time do I need to have them in? It's 10 o'clock. I'm supposed to have my picks in at like noon. And get ready. All right. Del Mar, we did race number 2, race number 3. So here's the thing. I feel like, so don't be a jockey trainer combination. Mike Smith is on the 8. And this horse has 66% to win. Okay. GSR is 64, 66%, 4 to 5 in the Morning line, top Scotty pick. Yeah. Looks second-time starter. How many of these second-time starters lose? They're brutal. Does draw outside, which is a huge, huge benefit for this horse, and had the inside last time out and broke good. Going to be very, very tough. Absolutely. And there's a couple of first-time starters with really good works. The 7 horse, I mean, these are tremendous works. Look at this, 3 of 58. And then I like that this is just a slow, and this is kind of slow gate work. Like, I like that. There's some signs here, bullet work right here. There's some signs that the 7 horse can run, for sure. Juan Hernandez aboard, and it's the Scotty second pick. The Scotty long shot here, don't love this horse. I looked at the field. It was okay. 2, Big Impact. This is a horse that I think is going to need the race, but these works aren't bad. I think the horse probably has some talent, but these are pretty nice horses and draws inside. But here's the horse I really like. I think this horse can win this race. The 4 horse, Sippin' and Gissin'. The GSR is dominating for the 4 and the 8. You see that 64 and 61, and then a big drop to 50 on the 7, Mob Boss. But here's the thing about this horse. This horse broke extremely slow at 41 to 1. What I don't know is how strong this race was. That's the thing, okay? But I know this. This horse was so green all over the track, and I know the jockey wasn't even asking. That I know. The horse was doing it all on its own, and I know the horse galloped out like a monster. And we just was in at top of the stretch. The jockey was just like this, not even asking. Not even asking. I think this horse can really, well, I know this horse can run, but sometimes judging how strong a particular race was is really tough to do. It's showing 50. The 8 horse, I don't, by the way, that 56 SOR for a maiden race is really strong, and 8 draws the outside post, no question. I think the 8's going to be tough to beat, and but I think the 4 is so talented based on what I watch. But sometimes you can get caught up in these videos. So I put that I might single the 4, but I think I'm just going to use the 4 and the 8, knowing that, by the way, the 7 horse probably is a really good first-time starter. But I definitely am not leaving the 4 out. That's for sure. But the 8 does draw good, though. That post, first of all, you have all the credentials of the 8, and then you're on the outside post like that. I mean, huge. And you're fast. Yeah. But 4 with a good break can beat this 8. But going to need a good break because the 8 could be long gone. All right. Tough one. But I do like the 4, and I'll definitely be following this 4. All right. I recognize the 7 is a second Scotty pick. I recognize that this horse has tremendous works. I think that Juan Hernandez, you guys know, I think he's going to have a wonderful meet. I think he's going to contend for the jockey title, and this horse just might be that good. So I don't think you go further than 3 deep. The fact that the 2 and the 3 kind of draw inside, that's not to their advantage. So they'll have to be way best. But I know the 4 can run, and obviously the 8 can run. So I'm not going more than 3 deep, and I think I'm just going to go 2 deep. But I haven't made up my mind yet. All right. So the 12 horse is a top win percentage, and I believe it or not, I think rightfully so. Draw out the dirt. Look at my note on this horse. Get back to turf. I mean, this horse did really well on the turf. If first of all, if Blake Heap had the GSR plus, he would never have put this horse on the dirt. Look at this. I mean, 72, 72, and 72 going 8 furlongs on the turf, and then goes on dirt and has a 59 GSR, and then runs like it, right? And got bet to 2-1. This is where you can utilize the GSRs too, to bet against favorites like this. Like, if I don't remember seeing this horse, but I tell you one thing: this horse is a second choice at 2-1. I would have bet against this horse all day. I would not have used him in anything, no horizontal, no nothing. I would have bet against him. But because people saw how well he did on turf, or she did on turf, they bet this horse. And this is the opportunity when you're talking about the GSR and the SORs where you can play against these types of favorites for sure. Okay. I mean, no, I get it, Aaron. I totally get it. I mean, I do. All I know is I know what I saw in that video. I mean, that 4 horse can run. I don't know that the 4 horse has that much early speed, though. That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know if this 4 has that much speed, but I do like that it's 5 furlongs instead of 4.5. That helps the 4 for sure. And I also saw the way that horse galloped out. And the horse was really green. Do I think the horse is going to show more speed? I do, but the horse is going to need to break good. Okay, so it's just a tough call, Aaron. Is 8 a single? Probably, but do you know everybody's going to single that 8? And if that 4 was to win, that's like getting a 20-1 shot home. So that's a decision that we all have to make. I can tell you that I'm for sure using the 4, but the fact that the 8's drawn drawn so well post-wise. All right, let's go to race number 4 because I've been lagging, I know. So the 12 horse top win percentage, and I mean, look at this horse. Clearly, this horse is going to run better today. But here's the problem: that post is brutal. One, the E morning line is 12-1. I don't like that, but it's not really settling on anybody. Look at the 9 horse at 5-2. If you like the 9, I watched the video. If you like the 9, you have to like the 10, okay? They faced each other last time out. And the 10 was on the lead, and the 10 was really ranked the entire time. On the lead. You don't see that very often. The horse was just pulling and pulling and pulling. It is the 3rd race off the layoff. Coming back at 8 furlongs. I have no doubt that the 10's going to the lead. And the 10 could improve. Now, the 9 horse definitely was a little bit better than the 10 on this day, but not by a lot. And the 9 horse might even go off as the favorite. So I didn't love the 9, nor did I love the 10. But what was interesting is that Umberto gets off of the 6 and the 12. And I think that the 12 is a really big player. So I'm leaning in this race towards Rispoli and the 1, who is 15 to 1 in the morning line, 12 to 1 in the E morning line. And we talk about on the turf course, we're looking for, who are we looking for? We're looking for Joe Bravo and we're looking for Umberto. Well, look at Joe Bravo on the 5 horse California Coupe, 43% jockey trainer combination with Peter. And look at this. Second off the layoff. They gave the horse the race, obviously, went 6 furlongs, didn't run a terrible race, went off as the favorite that day, believe it or not. Okay, and now look at the GSR was 57 that day, now it's 68 today. So this 5 horse is super, super live in this race. And I think you might get some odds as well because the race on paper looks so tough. All right, the 6 horse, England's Rose for Stephen. You know, Cindy, I don't know Mike McCarthy very well. I honestly don't know. Very steady, doing it a long time. And we can run a late pick 5, Anthony, but I mean, I can't do a $9.60 budget either. Got to give Anthony a tough time. Okay, horse has been off since January. Victor Espinoza. I don't love Victor Espinoza on the turf. Big fan of John Sheriff's. I think he's just a fantastic patient trainer. And the horses broke last in every start. So the horse is a slow breaker, has no speed, and now it's going to have to go from a 50 SOR to a 62 SOR. Been off a while. The works are steady. They look good, although there was an 8-day gap there. So he's spacing these works 8 days. Okay, that's not a big deal. 7 days there. I mean, the horse is working steadily. You not showing any speed, now going up 12 points in SOR. But this horse only has 3 lifetime races, and in this interim time here in 6 months, this horse could have improved. 6.5 months, this horse could have grown and improved. But is a 5-year-old as well with only 3 starts, so obviously she has her issues. I know. I'm looking at Saratoga 9th. Okay, Bill, you got it. So I can't say no. Just not my favorite. Just not my favorite. Right. So you have to picture that if a horse is, so far back against easier horse. First of all, the horse is breaking last. How's the horse going to break last here? Move up 12 points in SOR off of a layoff and then win that race. And is only 4% to win the race too. There's just so many things going against the horse, right? But we think we have a false favorite in the 12, not in the top 2, Scotty. Draws the 12 hole, is 25%. So watch this. Look at this. Get rid of him real quickly and look at this race. You see what I mean? How can you say that any one of these horses can't win this race? But I'm leaning towards the 1 and 5. That I can tell you. Well, let's read my notes. The 3 horse, Maker takes over for the horse, which makes me nervous, right? For the 3. Okay. But this horse has not been good on turf. Look, 4 tries earned $1,200 a start. On dirt, $14,000 per start. Mike Maker, he needs the GSR plus. He just doesn't know, but that makes no sense. And he's Mike Maker. I know. He's a great trainer. Just saying. Mike, hit me up. I'll help you out with the GSR plus. Just trainer's edge, Mike. Trainer's edge. Again, if you like the 9, you got to use the 10. And I think the 10 can improve. Richard Baltus. New Heat. Tyler Bays is on this horse, New Heat. This is an interesting horse to me because this horse is stretching out, maintains a good GSR of 67, and has been there every race. Look at this horse. First, second, first, third, right there, right? And came out in the stretch and rallied. This is a really hard trying horse, and this is a Scotty long shot. So I'm gonna say 5-1-8 is gonna be my picks in that race. We'll look at the 2 real quickly because it is a Scotty second pick. And this horse has won 3 straight races in a row. Now stretches out, has a good GSR. Man, that's a tough one to leave out. 3 wins. Ronus Racing. That is a tough one. Lightly raced, only 4 races. As a matter of fact, this could be the horse to beat. This could be the horse to beat. Interesting. Yeah. She obviously has a nose for the wire as well. I got to throw the 2 in there somewhere. I'm gonna do this for now. 2-5-1-8. I'm using those 4 horses. Okay, let's go to race number 5. Monmouth coming up. Marco has 2 horses, or 2 pick 4 tickets. Good luck, my man. How are you guys doing? Having a good Saturday morning and afternoon? I'm just getting used to the time here. I've been getting up so early. When you're on East Coast time, and I've been getting up so early lately. Okay, 5th race. So GSR. First thing is when you see right here, did I color my hair? No, I didn't color my hair. I've been wanting to like dye it blonde because I just living on the edge a little bit, like do something. My mom likes my hair white. Yeah, I know, blonde. So I'm thinking about doing that, my mom. No, so yesterday I was outside, right? So it's to my right. Now I'm inside, and my voice carries. And so I liked it kind of when it was louder, right? So because now people can't hear. Yeah, frosty tips, exactly. So now I don't want to be rude to all these people in here as well. So, but there was no seats outside. Those, you know what, Stefan? That is a really great point. Honestly, I love when you guys make like poignant. I love my head shape. To be honest with you, Cindy, like I do. I love. It just feels so good. But it's better when I'm thinner. Like when I'm thinner and my head is shaved, I don't think it looks bad. Okay, so here's Stefan's point. The 2 at Saratoga was 30% to win, and most people are complaining how he was 0 for 13 prior. That's why I love EE. Those stats don't mean anything. We trust the process. Exactly. So here's to Stefan's point, and it's a really important point. Have you guys ever seen the system cold? I mean, think about it. Which track has ever been cold? The system is never cold. It's either consistent or it's hot, one of the two. And that's the point, is if you keep, you don't, it's already analyzing those things. It's already analyzing the 0 for 13. It's already doing that. It's analyzing a trainer's first time starter percentage. It's doing all that for you. So it really becomes more about looking at, see if the metrics line up. And if they do, then you might have a single. If they don't line up, maybe it's telling you that the race is wide open. But it really comes down to finding a process of how you want to bet. That's it. Which race do you want to bet more on, and which races do you want to just, if you want action, you just play small. Like yesterday, I hammered the 3rd race, and I took a free square in that 8 horse and found the other 2 horses for the exacta and the trifecta and just crushed. You're on the 11? Oh, I didn't see the Saratoga race. Okay, let me catch up with you guys. All right. Hopefully I didn't lose internet. It's been pretty good. I've got no complaints. I think it's better than mine at home, right? It slowed down a little bit, but all right. So the 2 horse won the race, and okay, yeah, 0 for 13. It was 32% to win. Yeah. Look, I mean, it already factored that in. EE morning line was 7-2. So was the morning line odds maker. 2% trainer, but Javier Castellano, who I love, just the nicest guy, by the way. If you've never met him. So yeah, Talked about this first-time starter. This first-time starter ran huge. You want to put a note on a horse like this because the fact this horse had, let's see here, 5th, 7 days, 6 days. No, oh, we were looking at a different race, weren't we? No, we were looking at this horse. Oh, there was gaps from May 12th to June 5th here. I didn't like that, did I? 6 days here. Oh, I didn't like this either, from June 25th to July 9th. I guess there could have been a work here. They probably missed the work here. Anyways, that horse ran good. To get second, that horse ran really good. So that's the type of horse you want to watch out for next time. I'll put that down. Watch for next. Yeah, it's not easy for a first-time starter to win on the turf first time out. Like I said, sprinting or distance. Bill's like, yeah, just take a puff. I can help you sleep. Yeah, I will never wake up. Okay, back to Del Mar. All right, we got Monmouth Park race number 4 as well, right? Okay, who are you guys rooting for in Monmouth Park race number 4? Look at, we can just get rid of these 1% horses, not getting bet as well. Where's the value? I know some people that just sort the win percentage. They'll do that. Right? Jose Ferrer gets off the 9 horse, who's Scotty's second pick. I mean, are you guys ignoring the 1? 30%, E.E. Moyne line 6-1, 38% jockey trainer combination, draws the rail here, broke 6 from the rail last time out. You guys ignoring that horse? Okay, thank you, Marco. 1 horse. I mean, yeah, I think people are ignoring this 1. This horse is getting a lot of action. Let's see why. Coming in from Saratoga, been off. I mean, somebody must know something because this horse is taking so much action. I don't think it's really that deserved. Maybe it's just the connections that are getting people to bet. That can happen. Like yesterday, there were so many people, and a lot of people say this too, and I don't like to say it because I think it's disrespectful, but I will say this. On big days like a Del Mar opening day or Saratoga opening day, there's a lot of dead money. If you don't know what that means, it means there's a lot of people that don't go to the races a lot and they're betting and they're adding to the pools. Because I was shocked in that 3rd race. You got a 1-2 shot with 8 horses in the race, and that trifecta paid that kind of money. Because the 1 was the 3rd choice, almost the 2nd choice. Was shocked to get almost 61, right? So you can get a lot of that dead money. So that's why like playing Breeders' Cup or Kentucky Derby and stuff like that, those pools are so big, and you can make some really good money. All right, so Mark was on the 5, 7, 9. 9 looks good. Let's see here. 9 draws a good post. 40,000 maiden claimer though, going up to a maiden special weight. That's kind of difficult to do. Trainer's 50%. Jeez. I like Paco Lopez from the outside as well. He seems to be more confident. This horse loses ground every time. I don't really like that too much, but this is just a wide open race, isn't it? All right. Well, I wish you guys the best on that one. All right. Del Mar, race number 5. There's 11 races today over at Del Mar. Jeez. Better get on my game, huh? Like 10:25 right now. What time's first race? Tell me it's at 2. All right, good. All right. So, Smash Ticket, a second-time starter, coming in from Lone Star on a muddy track. I mean, it's just 28%. Todd Fitcher. I think Todd's got some horses here, and I think he's brought his best horses here. I think he won or ran really good on yesterday, didn't he? Did he? Umberto's aboard. Oh, I will say this, though. Broke a little bit slow, and it draws the 3-hole, okay? So instantly when I see a race that's wide open like this, I'm looking for a horse that I think might have some tactical speed from the outside post. Ruby Ray, the Scotty long shot, that was a really weak maiden race. You can see that. at Santa Anita 44 group and got third, and then was the favorite, and he gave up late. And there was only 5 other horses in the race. I'm not saying this horse can't win, but that's a negative. That's not a positive. Okay? You have to just be honest with yourself about that and look at them objectively. The 9 horse from the outside, okay? Mike McCarthy, Juan Hernandez. This, I can just look at this horse and tell you that this horse is way more alive than you're seeing. And let's look at this. First of all, we see this June 17th work, 9 of 35, okay? Okay, so that's a really good work. Then comes over going 5 furlongs and goes 5 of 29. Then 16 of 59, 38 of 91. This horse can run. This horse can run, and does not catch a particularly tough field from what I can see. 15-1 on the morning line and 7-1 on the EE morning line. Has a good GSR. I mean, 9 is a must use, and draws good. And the reason this is why the 3 is going to go off as the favorite. Draws the inside. Ran on a muddy track at Lone Star. Whether this horse wins or loses, you never key a horse like this ever. But because all people are going to see is this horse got a second place finish at 5-2 in its first start, people are going to bet their lungs out on this horse. I don't. Oh, okay. I didn't see that, Cindy. I'm sorry. Here's the thing about firsters. The way you want to look for. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to John, my programmer, and I'm going to talk to him about this too, because how a trainer does, you want to see what a trainer's average is and how a horse breaks. And I'm going to get that into the algorithm, meaning this. If they're pulling the horse into a gate or shoving the horse into a gate first time out, there's a technique of teaching a horse how to go into a gate. So sometimes you see a lot of gate works. It means that maybe the horse is not out of the gate good. Sometimes you see one, they're just hoping. There's no way of knowing, but there is a technique to teaching horses how to break out of a gate. Absolutely. And some trainers do it very well, and some have no clue. So a gate workout going in, I would probably lean towards that's no, I was going to say a negative, but I don't know. It's different. It's different each time. Yeah, it's different each time. So let's look at this 8 horse. So these works are actually pretty good. So let's look at the June 6th work, then the June 13th, 18 of 61, then from the gate 7 of 15, then just a little maintenance drill. And then 2 bullets over at Los Alamitos. But this horse was training over at Santa Anita. I don't know why you go from Santa Anita to Los Alamitos, though. Phil Diamato, Ricardo Gonzalez. 5-1 on the morning line, but 20-1 on the E morning line. But, I mean, look, if you think the 3 is a false favorite like I do, and you go like this, then look what you're looking at. Oh, my God. How about Peanut Butter Cup? First-time starter. Bob Hess Jr., Mike Smith draws the 11 hole. Oh my God, it's a wide open race. Man, guys, it really is. And this is where you can kind of lean on the GSR as well. Okay. Also, the rail for this one horse, I mean, and this is a tougher GSR. I mean, that's not a good place to be, especially when there's 11 horses in the race. No, I mean, it's just not. So, yeah, I mean, this horse is going to have to be 2 lengths faster than all these horses from the rail. If not, this horse does not win this race with that many horses, right? Think about how perfect this one horse would have to be. The 5 Censorship. Second-time starter, went off at even money in the first race, shuffled at the start, 4 wide. This is the type of horse. Then comes back and look at the subsequent works. Very nice. Very nice. Bob Baffert, Able Cedillo. I'm guessing Censorship will run a better race today. Yeah. I like the 5 better than the 3, I can tell you that. I just don't have any confidence in betting Baffert at all right now. I mean, he just got bad juju, doesn't he? A couple of gate works here. So these works look pretty good for this horse. Peter Miller, Kyle Frey. You know what? Peter Miller likes to keep people off guard, uses different jockeys, but and Gary Barber. Anytime you see owner Gary Barber, you know the damn horse is live. He wants to win Del Mar more than anything, okay? So I would absolutely include the 4 horse, okay? All right. Let's see if there's anything else. I mean, these works are solid. I can tell you that right now. Ryan Hansen, Mario Gutierrez aboard. Again, like Jimmy Creed. Are you kidding me? Like these are really, really good works. But I will say this: I don't like the June 28th to July 8th, May 31st to June 9th. I mean these, and I like Ryan Hansen, and he's a really good trainer. These they're spread out a little bit farther than I like to see, but maybe he was trying to time this race, and so from that perspective, it's not bad. Yeah, man, oh man, tough one, really tough. I can't say the 6 horse can't run good. I like the 5 censorship. I want to like this horse going off in even money, 6-5 in the first start, but it's Bob Baffert. Normally that'd be a positive. So there's something about this 9 horse that I'm liking. I like the GSR. I think they're sneaky. Michael McCarthy. Ironically, I think Cindy was bringing up Michael McCarthy. It could be really good. So, is that what happened? Did Scotty Longshot just win over at Monmouth? The 3 horse, 9-1, spun and won. First time start. What do I always tell you guys about first time starter Scotty Longshots? They win all the time. They win all the time. Let's see if we can identify $20 horse. Thank God that horse stayed up, huh? So, yeah. See, I couldn't have looked at these workouts and seen anything. There's nothing here that would suggest to me that this horse is going to win first time out. This is why, like, we as humans, no way can find this. There's no way. This is what makes the algorithm so great. And then look, we looked at the 1 and we're like, yeah, this one can run, but he did draw the rail, right? Did draw the rail. Yeah, I mean, how was the GSR? Oh, top GSR as well. Look at that. 69 GSR. So you got 2 algorithms here. 69 GSR, top Scotty pick. I'm sorry, or Scotty Longshot, top GSR. I mean, and then you might be looking at a horse that was 30% that's on the rail and not in the top 2 Scotty. And if you go like this, then all of a sudden, look what you're looking at. You're looking at an absolute grab bag of a race. So you want to lean towards the metrics. Okay? All right. Let's get out back to Del Mar. I'm going to have to speed shit up. I have no idea what I'm doing in the 5th race. No idea. You guys are going to have to watch the simulcast on Del Mar in order to I'm going to have to go up to the room after I'm done here preliminarily, wait for the scratches, and then put my picks in, and then you'll have to it'll be a last-minute decision. I mean, look at this race. The 10 horse is 23%, but it's not in the top 2 Scotty. The morning line's 5-1, 5-1. You know, another thing you want to do is kind of do this and see what the morning lines are for EE in comparison to the morning line odds maker. Like, you look at let's look at the 5 horse, who's a Scotty Longshot. 12-1 on the morning line, but 5-1 on the EE morning line, and also Scotty Longshot. So this, I can tell you right now that this is a horse you just have to use. You blindly, and look, it's got 6th place in the last 3 races. This is a drop in class, cutting back in distance after showing speed. Yeah, you see that? So look, went 8 furlongs against better horses and showed speed. Now cuts back for Mike Pipey. And you got to look at the changes too. What's different? Okay, so the 5 horse, Trevor McCarthy jumps aboard. 6 horse was just gelded, which means nothing. Doug O'Neill, he claimed a lot of horses going into this meet. How do you pronounce this? Is it Manitowish? Manitowish? No idea. You know, I remember when I first started TVG, I would be on air and I'd go like this, man. It drove me crazy. It drove me crazy. I had to pronounce it when what I should have done, just not even pronounce it. I should have just said the 8 horse, you know, because it looks so bad. So Mike, so basically all you do is like, if you're TVG or Express Bet, whatever it is, but if you go to TVG, this is how you would find it. Okay. So you go here, make a wish. No, is that what it is? No, there's a T in there. So you would just go like to your TVG, again, Express Bet has it, whatever your wagering site is, your EDW, right? So then you would go here to Del Mar. Okay, click on Del Mar like this, and then you would just click on here. Like you could be on race 1, you click on here, and they're not going to show anything right now because it's too early. And then me and John Lees will be in here talking about all 11 races today. Right. So you would just go to your ADW, Cindy. Okay, and then you would just see me, and then you're going to just expand the screen, and boom, you're just watching me there. Okay, and John. That's how you would do it. Just go to Del Mar. Again, you can do that from Express Bet or any of them. Well, I mean, when you click on Del Mar and they're showing the simulcast feed, even in Canada, I would think, Cindy, right? So, but there's no link to it because it's just on the site. Maybe you could go to dmtc.com maybe, and you could watch from there. You might be able to do that as well. But I know a lot of people were asking me for a link yesterday, and there's just no link. Do I think a horse from Pimlico should be a favorite at Saratoga? It just depends on the field, right? Yeah, it's not a surprise. DMTC, yeah, I think you can go there. I'm pretty sure you can. You do get it in Canada, Mike? Okay. Okay. So the 7 at Saratoga. God, I'm running so behind. I didn't know there was 11 races. Not a great trip, much best on the 4. And then that was in a 50 group, 56 group, and the horse has been running good. Broke first last time out, comes back at the same distance, and lost by a length. It's a Scotty long shot, no speed. A horse like the 4, if you think there's a ton of speed in here, a horse like the 4 is a horse that you definitely want to use. Well, the 7's fast and the 3 is fast. Those two could duel. I mean, this horse jumped from a 36 to a 66 SOR and only lost by 2 lengths, breaking last from the rail. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean, how does this horse do that? In a 10,000, oh, you know what? Yeah, look at Bill Mott being sneaky with this horse, putting this horse in a 10,000 claimer with some really slow works. I guarantee you, yeah, that's what happened. Sneaky. But who are we looking at again?
You're fine. I was just curious.
Thank you so much, Deb. Yeah, we're starting. People are starting to take notice right now. Who was I looking at? Oh, at the 7 horse, Trash Talker. That's a horse. That's a horse for me for sure. So this horse had the lead last time out, going 6 furlongs at Belmont against a 56 group. Comes back the same level. Did duel though, but had a good post. When they say, dueling, but you're on the out, so look at the post position. That you can visualize how the trip that a horse is getting. So it's got the 7 post and it's out there like that and still stopping. Now it was on the inside, had the 1 or 2 or 3, and it says inside. That's one thing. This horse actually led at the stretch and then lost. So I mean, one of the ones. This is just a wide open race. Absolute wide open race. I think there could be some speed dueling in here. And I think maybe the 4 horse cause for action at 9-1 is worth a bet, at least in the money, right? You could do a all 7 or an all 7 exact, or whatever you like, and do a cover bet putting the 4 to win. Most likely to be in the money, but I think the 4 horse could run good. All right, I got to get back to Del Mar. I am so behind. Yeah, it does look like there's some speed in here. All right, I did handicap race number 7. Oh, you know what? I did do some handicapping. That's right, yesterday for today. Thank God. I was getting really worried here for a moment. All right, race number 6. Okay. So play the width, and these horses will win once in a while. We know this, right? The low GSRs, but by the most part, the GSR is an amazing algorithm. You guys know this, but this horse is not in the top 2, Scotty. But here's the thing: don't let that affect you when you have a wide open race, because the system has to choose 2 horses. It just has to. So when you see a race, look at the win percentages. Top win percentage 23%, and the horse isn't even in the top 2, Scotty. I mean, the algorithm is the Scotty algorithm is great, but it's not a miracle worker, right? One second, guys.
They started.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so the 10 horse won last time out against a 34 SOR group, did break 9, bumped at the start, up late, and now gets 6.5 furlongs. So you have to figure that the GSR did go a little bit lower, though. Barely got up against a 34 group. This is a 50 group. I mean, and this is the top win percentage. That tells you right there. This horse looks like crap to me. But if that doesn't tell you how difficult this particular race is, I don't know what will. That's another way to judge when you're looking, going, how the heck is this the top win percentage? Look at this horse. 34 SOR, current race 50 SOR, barely gets up to win against a 34 group. You know what I mean? Like, nuts. And has no speed. We know this horse has no speed. Look what it did against a 44 group. Now, I will say this. The horse did have a layoff. Okay, but why has this horse been off since March? So now 2 layoffs. I don't know. Can't like that. Gates of Heaven. How'd Saratoga turn out for you guys?
Where are you sitting, sir?
How'd the Ford do at Saratoga? Is it still going? Gates of Heaven. $3.25 at Saratoga.
And Mark's going to just set table.
Good. Okay, so here's the 6. I like the 6. 6 going to get a good trip and is tactical. This horse might even be a single. Juan Hernandez, I think he's going to be good. This horse has been off a while, had time to prep, train. I would have preferred to see a workout at Del Mar, but it's not necessary. For Shelby Ruiz, so here's what you got. Broke its maiden in a 46 group easily. So you know the horse has talent. Okay? Then faces a 56 group first time in a starter optional claiming and gets second. Okay, going the same distance. Then moves up to a 60 group on the turf. And believe it or not, this wasn't a terrible race. Was 4.5 lengths back in the stretch, but then just gave up and broke out, bumped 3 wide, had a tough trip. Then the layoff. Works for steady, not fast, but they don't need to be fast. I have a feeling this horse can run. Top Scotty pick as well. Top GSR, did well at the distance, and look at the SOR of 56. So even though this horse doesn't have a big win percentage, you can see signs that maybe this horse could be tough. And I like that this horse has some tactical speed. I like that. This is a horse just dropping through the roof. I mean, this horse never ran that last race. I mean, wilted, the note says. I don't ever think I've ever seen the trouble line said wilted. That can't be good. I don't know. Works are terribly slow. EE morning line 7-1. That's not a positive. How about the 9-horse Twirling Derby? This horse, 40 group, barely got up. Showed. Look how far back this horse was. I mean, far back. Fractious, barely got up. I mean, this is an ugly race. Ugly, ugly. I'm going to say this. Ugly race. That being said, in an ugly race with a horse that has tactical speed, look at this race at going 6.5, at 56 group, and this horse got second, and won easy in that maiden race, and then broke out and had trouble in this turf race. Layoff, top Scotty pick. 6 horse could be really tough. I mean, it's going to be my top pick for sure. In what appears to be a bunch of crappy horses that have no speed. So 6 could be tough. All right. Snazzy Dresser. What did I put here? Really bad break, rushed up, needs lead. All right, so we know this horse needs a lead, the 10. 10 will be sent, is what my note says. Edwin Maldonado. Going to be, I mean, look at top win percentage, 15%. Are you serious? It's brutal. I will say this too. Look at this. Look at this horse, the 9-horse, top Scotty pick, 15% only. The morning line 9-2, which is better than the morning line. 66 SOR in 7 tries. So in the last 5 races, that's what that makes up, that 66, and the tie, GSR of 70. Wow. I mean, this horse has burned some money, though. I mean, this is the end of the money horse for sure. So if you're playing exotics, that's what the 9 is. But look at this. I mean, favorite, lost. 7-2, lost. Favorite, lost. I mean, this is like a horse that just has 0 heart. 60 group, though. A little bit easier. I put 4, 5, 9, 10 is what I put. 7-horse Scotty long shot. Good GSR. Was the favorite in the last couple of races, burnt money. Comes back at the same level. This is not a horse you can ignore. I got to put the 7 in there as well. Oh my God. How about these fields, huh? But but this is a really good way to make money though. Oh, you had breakfast over there? Oh, that is so cool. Well, make sure you come up and say hello when we're up there filming about 105. Make sure you come up and say hi. Doing the simulcast with John Lees at 105. 11 o'clock right now. Okay, so we're going to have to move quickly on here. So I have to be at the set at 12:45. And I have to put my picks in. And time is moving fast. I'm going to have to start getting prepared earlier.
You put ice in yours or no? Ice or no ice? Go.
All right. My brother's coming down to hang out with me today over at the track, so I'm excited about that. Lexi, my daughter, went back to Newport Beach, Huntington Beach. Gosh, look at this. I mean, you can't say the 5-horse can't win this race. GSR is really good, but if you look at the dirt, 8,100 average earn and 5,900 on turf. So this horse is a bit better on dirt. That doesn't mean the horse can't win because it's all about the competition. Snazzy Dresser, this horse is going to have the lead. So what I look for in a race like this is clearly, look at this horse faced a 54 group, but was getting pressed, clearly getting pressed and stopped. And so when I look at a horse like this, look at this, against a 56 group, this horse won the race, but was dueling. Was dueling here against a 62 group, couldn't get the lead. But what's interesting, look at here. Against a 60 group, was able to clear fairly easily and won that race holding on. I mean, this horse is a player. There's no speed in here. I don't know speed. Oh, this horse is pretty fast, the 2. But the 2 doesn't have to have the lead. And this horse is a player. Wow. See, this is what the system is telling us. You can't blame the system in this situation, right? It's telling us this is a wide open race. Look at the 2. I didn't put the 2 in the numbers. How can this work? How can you not? This horse is what? Got third here. First. Been facing competition just like this. It just hasn't been at Del Mar. I mean, this is a player. Full of luck. Look what this horse did on the turf 3 back. Now look at on the dirt didn't do anything. It did, but low SORs. But when you look at the turf, 62 group over at Golden Gate, and this horse barely lost the race. Here's another player. And if there's speed in the race, this horse can finish. And I watched for Steve Miotti. This guy is an absolute terror right now. He's already won a race yesterday. He could win 1 or 2 races today. Another one that can't be ignored. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. You guys don't have to give out a horse. I don't know what I'm going to give out in that race. I'm going to, like, anybody have an opinion? I'm going to just roll the dice. All right, let me refresh here. All right. Scratches are in. All right. Let's see. I'm hoping for as many scratches as possible to help me out here. My goodness. $11 tough races today. All right, let's look at here. So I did the 1, 8, 10 in this race. Jimmy Blue Jeans. It looks tough to me, but I also thought this Spirit Maker deserved a look. Okay, so watch out for Spirit Maker. Oh, I remember this too in the San Diego. I'm singling the 5 Express Train. Okay, 5 is my play, and the reason is Royal Ship is a very nice horse. Everybody knows that this horse has been touted, very good. So I'm not telling you to leave this horse out. I'm just going to say this: I don't know that this horse is going to be as good at the shorter distance. We'll see. I have a feeling this horse likes to go longer. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Express Train, this horse is going to do better with normal pace. So I think that this cutback for this horse is going to be really good. Okay, I really do. So we'll see what happens. But this is a very classy horse, Royal Ship. Very. And I can tell you this: Ray Pollock likes the 1 Rushy, and it makes a lot of sense to like this horse too, because this horse stumbled in the last start, and this horse really deserves a look too. Okay, so and this horse should do really good. Amazing GSRs. I don't get caught up in this horse's GSRs because I think we already know who this horse is. But this horse has been the money in 7 of 10 tries, and had some legitimate issues last time out. Okay, so this horse is the real deal. Going to get a good trip from the inside. Michael McCarthy, Umberto Rispoli. Not going to be surprised. So Ray did, I think he did 50 to win, I think, and I don't know, I forget. He put his money on the 1 horse, and I put my money on the 5 horse Express Train. Okay, so if you watched that show yesterday, but I think that this horse is going to get a legitimate pace here, where in these races didn't, and could finish up. The horse is tactical. And look, this horse has been in the money in 9 of 11 races, earned $500,000. Look at in 10 tries, earned $50,000 per start, almost $51,000. So, win or lose, the 5 is going to be my single. knowing that the 4 horse is very talented. So we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going 1, 8, 10 in here. I'm going to look at this 7 horse one more time. 2 second place finishes. Is stretching out. I didn't like the drop in GSR here. This horse might just be a sprinter. We'll look at the GSR here though and see. Like, you can see that the higher numbers are at shorter distances, right? So, you know, maybe here's the thing: 80,000. This is what happens. Okay, you got and Simon Callahan's a fantastic trainer, and my man Juan Hernandez. But when you're sometimes you're just subject to the condition book, and that's what's happening here, right? An $80,000 is a 1. That's the race they were looking for, and now you're stuck with. Is it going to be on turf? Which they did get the turf, but you're also stuck with the distance. I don't know. And you can see, look at this horse. I mean, Luke lost ground here, lost ground here. We'll see. Stretching out, I just don't know if 8.5. But, I mean, this horse can run. No question. I also don't like that it's 6-1 in the morning line, the E morning line, and 7-2 on the morning line. So I didn't like that. Lincoln Hawk, this horse had trouble in both starts and ran huge last time out, not breaking good, not the best breaker. But you do have Joe Bravo on the 10. I didn't love the post because the horse has no speed. So the horse is going to definitely lose some ground, no doubt about it. But does get Joe Bravo, and this horse has a good win percentage. EE morning line 6-1. But I'm going, look at this GSR, Spirit Maker GSR 77. That was against an average group of 48, breaking its maiden, but did it easy, broke 9th of 10 horses. John Sadler, been off the layoff, steady works. I think the 8 horse deserves a really good look. I'm going to go with the 1 though, Jimmy Blue Jeans, for the reason of this. 2 straight wins, had issues last time out. 62 SOR, lightly raced, 3 wins in those races, and I just think this horse. Let's see what happened here. This horse was it was dueling here. Like, I don't even understand that, but this horse needs the lead and going to get it from the inside. So what I'm banking on is this horse clears. That's what I'm banking on. This horse. There is some speed stretching out, though. I'm looking at this a little bit deeper right now, and there is some speed stretching out. This 8 could run really good. Checked first turn here, Lincoln Hawk. That's Joe Bravo, man. I will just say this: I'm not leaving out anybody on the turf that has Umberto or Bravo. I'm not leaving them out. Although the 11, look at the 11, only has a 2% number. Simon Callahan, Umberto jumps aboard. You know that I know that 2% is low, and I don't like that. But maybe the system's having a hard time judging this horse being overseas, right? Possibly. Normally, I feel like it does a pretty good job, but this horse has got a good record. 12, but he's 12-1 in the morning line too, so that makes me nervous. The racing is tough. From the rail, I know this. Kyle Frey is going to try to go to the lead. But Edwin Maldonado might do that with the 3 horse. Are we going to have a crazy speed duel that's going to favor a horse closing like the 8 Spirit Maker? Maybe. What about Phil D'Amato? Oh, I got a note here, hanging donkey. That's terrible. But that being said, Little Red Feather, and this horse is going to get pace. This horse has no speed, going to get the pace today. And get some more distance. Interesting. Although the GSR is a little bit lower than the last time. Yeah, man. So this is another race that's actually looking a lot tougher than I had hoped. Juan Hernandez gets off with 3 horses to ride Mohawk King. You hit Cindy, nice. You hit the big 5. Who won the race? All All right. We're looking at some tough races.
I'm in.
So I've got 249 in here, Setamar. Look at another horse I like for Shelby Ruiz, Juan Hernandez. I mean, look, it is a non-graded stakes race, which is probably similar to this grade 3. Also another horse with a layoff. Throw out this grade 2 race. Went off at 25-1, way too tough. Umberto Rispoli. Where's Joe Bravo? So you got the 5 horse, Joe Bravo 5, Umberto the 9. Okay, so I'm not leaving either one of them out. I'm not doing it. This horse has won 3 of 4 races. The GSR is fantastic, so you know the horse likes the turf. When you see a horse have trouble and then still win, you know that's a good thing. What happened in the race? Okay, so look at this horse was off since 2018 and then comes back and wins 2 straight races in a row. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So scratches are in now, so I'm gonna have to make my picks. I might as well make them here with you guys. All right, I'm just gonna go to race number 1, and I'm gonna have to make picks. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, I don't love anything today, other than I do really like the 5 horse in the San Diego that I can see. Maybe we'll see something. We're gonna do an overview right now. I have to throw in my picks anyways, so I'm gonna have to make a call in each race. I could use your guys' help. Jockey trainer combination, Phil D'Amato, Jessica on the dirt, 32% with the 1 Poseidon Kid. I might just choose the 1. I might just choose the 1. I don't like the rail though. I really don't like the rail. And we know that the 7 is most likely fast. So let's just assume the 7's fast and presses the 1. Okay? Let's just assume. Who's that set it up for to close? All right, let's visualize that. This horse is fast as well, right? Kenta Sommer won 2 races yesterday. I think so. I know, Eric, the 4 horse, I mean, maybe. But this horse is showing no speed going turf 9 furlongs and 8 furlongs. And this horse, like, how far back is this horse going to be? I don't know. Maybe this is the horse. It does. I mean, the horse is going to be the favorite, I think, anyways. So straight maiden at Santa Anita, this horse got 5th by 5 lengths. Then goes on the turf and doesn't run. Sean McCarthy, Tyler Bays, Scotty Longshot. This is the type of race. Look at this. In the stretch, the horse is only 3.5 lengths back. That was against a 54 group. Now it's dropping into a 50,000 claimer for Harris Farms. This horse is so live. Scotty Longshot's live here. These favorites look so vulnerable. And the other thing in a race like this is you look for first-time starters, but geez, these works are slow. I'm gonna go with the 3. Doug O'Neill, first-time claim on the 5. He claimed so many horses for this meet. For Michael Bello, who has the wine, by the way. Abel Cedillo. I told you, Abel Cedillo is going to be his main jockey all meet long. And the horse couldn't even win in a 36. I don't care if it's 8 furlongs or not. He couldn't win in a 36 SOR, and he's supposed to come back and win this. But I don't think he liked going long. Okay, so even if you said that, you threw that out, right? Race 1 to 7. It's the first-time starter. You like that? Edwin Maldonado. I mean, you could be right on that. But there's a lot of speed in here. But you know what they say, speed kills speed. So if the 7 is really fast, then that probably kills the 1 and the 2, right? It probably kills the 1 and the 2. So it could be just as simple as this horse going gate to wire. Absolutely. When you have a race, let's just say of 4 speed horses or 3 speed horses, and if you are pretty confident that one is faster and reliable on the break, one is faster than the others, speed kills, and you know that those other horses need the lead, that's the type of horse you want to, you single a horse like that. But if you aren't sure that the horse can clear, we'd be taking a big risk going, okay, this 7 can clear the 2 and the 1 and the 2. That's the risk that we'd be taking. Because look, the 2's fast. 2's going to the lead. 2 only has one way of going. That's on the lead. We think the 1 can rate, but from the rail, can the 1 rate? I don't know. It's not a good place to be on the rail. I'm gonna call the 3 with 1. With 4. 3-1-4. Again, I will tell you if I love something. Other than that, you know, these races are really tough. So 3-1-4, and I'm not gonna say complete guess, but I'm not loving it. Okay. In this race, I put 1 to get over bet. I don't like the 1. First time O'Neill again on the 5 horse. And the 5 horse, I mean, that was a decent race, 58 SOR. This horse went on the turf. Clearly didn't like it. What did I put here? Field too tough. 64. That was too tough. Okay, fair enough. Too tough. So you can make an excuse for these 2 races, wins a 40th maiden, and then goes over here and actually gets 3rd, which wasn't bad. Only 2.5 lengths back at the stretch. I think the 5 is very live, and Doug takes over. I think the 5 is live. All right. We might have found something there. So we know the 5 can run. 5's probably going to be a player in here. All right. So 17% is top GSR as well. Hey, Nathan. I am in California. I am not at home. Father O'Flaherty. So I don't like that this horse has burned so much money. Did win last time out. 2nd off the layoff. That was a maiden race, 42. Has to go up 10 points. But this is not the strongest field. Needed the race. I think the horse will be closing, but I'm leaning more towards the exotics. I know some of you are thinking the 7 horse went happy. I don't want to throw you off. Going to be the speed. The way this horse stopped last time out, even though it was a little bit tougher group, I mean, put on the brakes. I don't like it. So I'm playing against. Raging Waters. So we know the 7's going to be fast. I don't know if anybody else can go with them, but this horse can close. If you look at the race 3 back, then was facing 2 tough. First of all, throughout the last race, the horse was pinballed at the start. And then the race before that is the one I'm having a hard time with. Because if you look at this horse's form, other than the last 2 races, this horse closes every time, has no speed. Juan Espinosa aboard. I think this horse might do pretty good. Okay. Half right. On the turf here, the 9 half right. I mean, this horse's form just looks absolutely terrible. Looks really bad. Rope good, 46 now. I mean, Doug O'Neill, Abel Cedillo again. I mean, maybe they could win this race. Drops in GSR. I mean, the horse was supposed to run good last time out, you would think, and wasn't bet. Now it's 3-1 on the morning line, and the E morning line's 5-1. But new connections. Maybe they figured something out with the 9. Has an 18%. You can see the win percentage is absolutely atrocious. Here's the other thing about a horse like the 1. The horse can win, and this does appear to be. This horse went gate to wire against a similar field here. Okay, but draws the rail. We know the 7 is probably faster. That does not bode well for the 1. And if the one had a 40% number or something like that, maybe you go, he can overcome anything. But this horse would have to be so perfect to win this race. So we'll see. Umberto, Peter Miller, great connections though. And also what you're dealing with is look at the GSR. It's a 51. So yeah. I do think the 6 is going to close. I know that Cindy likes the 3 horse, and I respect her opinion. Coming in from here, never raced at Del Mar before. I mean, GSR's very competitive. SOR is competitive, I mean. By Golden Sense. Yeah, I'm gonna say 5 with 3 with.
Like, have fun. Good luck today. If you win $1 million, you'll buy me like a soda, okay?
Are we gonna go to the horse today?
So why are you wearing a Texas shirt if you live in your Arcadia? You have a Texas affiliation?
No, we literally.
I'm trying to figure out what the heck happened to this horse here. I want to like this horse so much. This form of this horse is tremendous. What happened to that? Something happened to that.
My wife was supposed to have
So
all right, we'll see you guys at a good luck today. Bye, thanks.
5, 3. I don't like this SOR at all. I mean, this horse is clearly cheaper. But I'm gonna just go with the Scotty pick and say the 2. God, there's something about this 6 horse. There is something about this guy. And there's going to be some pace. I'm going to say 6. Okay. I know who I'm using here, so I'm just going to do 4-8. Sippin' and Kissin'. This horse is going to be in the money and maybe win this race. Four, 8, 7. $4.11. Race number 9 at Saratoga. I know I told you I'd look at that bill. All right, let me look at that real quick. I mean, the one horse, Irad Ortiz, you break a beat slow. You break a beat slow, broke 8 and won by 6 lengths. I mean, that already is telling me that this horse is a player. Are you looking for long shots, or what are you looking for, Bill? You're just looking to find the winner? I don't like that the horse is only 17%. I don't like that. This horse comes over and wins easy as well. We're at Churchill Downs, and
okay.
Looks like to me this 2 horse is very live. It's not the top 2 Scotty, but when you see win percentages this close, that's telling you a lot. Has a really good GSR. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go to the GSR Plus and see how high the numbers are. So 77 on the dirt tab here, 72. So the breeding on the 2 is really nice. You can just see that by the tab. The 2 looks like a really well-bred horse. 7 horses, Scotty long shot. Looks okay to me. I'd probably go with the 2. Candy Landing. I think the Candy Landing is the real deal. I like the fact that this horse was dueling and still pulled away. That's another sign. Look at that, dueled and then still pulled away. It's a great sign. That being said, the horse broke from the 8 post. I was hoping this horse broke from the 2 hole or something like that and still pulled away. So it was on the outside dueling. I don't know how fast they were going, but it does say dueled. But the horse did pull away, but it looks like it had a perfect trip. And I like the fact that the GSR is higher than it was in the first race. One horse has no speed, is on the rail, so going to have to get a perfect trip, but looks to have some class, no doubt about it. But the 2 horse going to be on the lead, possibly too, or sitting on the inside. Looks to have a touch of class. I'm leaning towards this 2 horse Candy Landing. 7 horse Ottoman. This horse won, got up late. They could have been stopping. And 5 furlongs is a much different race than 6 furlongs. Much different. GSR drops a little bit as well. Yeah, Dubini. I mean, Doolden hung on, and the GSR is okay. I think the one of the best bred horses in the race, from what I can see, is Candy Landing. So I just got to give some upside to that horse, and I would say that Bill, if you're asking my opinion, I would say the 2. All right. Kavoid. Eric likes the 10. Let's see here. Only faced 3 other horses, so that 66 SOR doesn't mean as much to me. It's not that this horse can't win, but draws the 10 hole, doesn't seem to have much speed, and is 20-1 in the morning line and 15-1 in the 80 morning line, and has a really low GSR. I pass on the 10. All right, Del Mar, race number 3. Okay, so we got the 487, race number 4. So I've got 2518 Lilac on top. I mean, this horse is just a winner. Stretching out. The GSR is good, 71. The horse is tactical. You can be on the lead if you want. Joe Bravo's in the 5. That's right, we talked about this race. Yeah. I'm impressed with the 8 horse as well, but I think that this horse, you know, even when it won, you want to see this, right? So the 8 horse, the Scotty Longshot, had the lead by 2 lengths and then only hung on by a quarter of a length, right? And then so in the wins, in these wins, the horse barely won, right? That's a sign. You want to watch for that. So not liking the 8 as much the more I'm looking at that. The 1 horse, 3rd race off of that layoff and coming here to the States, now stretching out. The GSR jumps up 8 points. I like that. And the horses broke slow in both those starts. I think the 1 deserves a look. I think we'll be finishing. The 2 horse just seems to have the look. And I think Joe Bravo on the 5 horse really deserves a lot of merit. I really do. Yeah, I like the GSR race by 11 points as well. They obviously needed that last race. I think the 5 is going to run good. I do. I'm going to say 2-5-1. I'm going to stick with that. All right, race number 5. I'm essentially just handicapping out loud. That's what these are going to be about all meet long for Del Mar. Okay, so if you guys want to follow along and just kind of see what my thoughts are and handicap the race, that's great. Hey Jay, but probably get a little bit boring. You're just basically watching me handicap out loud. And for those of you that are new to EquinEdge, or even those of you that want to learn, you can see how I'm looking at things, right? Sometimes the races are just tough and you have to call that. So sometimes I'm going to be like, I have no idea who's going to win this race. And then you have to make a decision. Like, look at this race. So smash ticket is 33%. E more line 2-1, draws the 3 hole. Maybe the horse is that good. Maybe the horse does win this race. I mean, this system is saying that. Does draw inside. You got a bunch of horses that are first-time starters or second-time starters. I mean, you don't know what they're going to do. It's not like the 3 horse has the 8 hole, right? I mean, so I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to try to beat the 3. I'm going to try to beat the 3. 4-5-9 for me. This 5 horse broke last. for Bob Baffert as the 6-5 favorite. Moss did lose by 18 lengths, though. God, you can't like that. Shuffle to start 4 to wide. I know, but 18 lengths? I'm going to go 4.95. Maybe it's a mistake. And, you know, and I like the 9 post, too. Valentina Gata. I like the GSR of 60. And look at this. The morning line of 15 to 1, but 6 to 1 on the EE morning line. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go 9, 4. I'm going to try to beat the 5. I don't like this horse losing by 18 lengths. Broke slow. Knowing full well this horse could run good, I'm going to play against this horse. 9, 4, 3. Okay. Race number 6. I know I'm going with the 6. So that's a really good question, Daniel. So we're going to do a course. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Mike about that this morning. We're going to do a course where we've done a few of them. If you go to YouTube, you'll see some stuff that Chris and I did where he's asking me questions and I'm answering them. But we're going to do a course that's really helping people, because what we've seen is our monthly subscribers or our Weekend Warriors subscribers, 90% of you don't leave. And if you do leave, it's usually because maybe you're betting wrong or not having any racing luck, okay? So we don't lose people, but even if I hand you and said, here you go, here's a promo code, you still, even though we know that this is really easy to use in comparison to other tools in horse racing, it's still new to somebody. So they're looking at this going, what is all this? And so we have to do something that's going to give some sort of course that's going to help people, you know. But I'm over at the Del Mar Hilton across the street from Del Mar in California. But I think the best way to learn, we have such a great community here, right? Especially on the show and on Facebook, on the VIP Facebook group. But I think that watching the show and being a part of that is the best way to learn. But sometimes people get bored or whatever. Hey, Judy, it's a lot more fun to watch when I'm betting with you guys each race. Believe me, I want to. I would love to just go to Monmouth right now and bet with you guys, but I've got to handicap Del Mar every single day doing the simulcast, right? And then I'm going over into some of the VIP rooms and I'm showing people how to handicap and helping them. So, all right. This horse here has got 6th in the last 3 races. Is getting a little bit easier field. What I liked about this horse cutting back is showed speed and now is cutting back. I mean, the stretch was only 6.5 lengths back, going 8 furlongs. So I like the cut back here, and I think this horse can run a decent race, but I don't like this horse to win. I'm a fan of Mike Pipey. Trevor McCarthy seems to be on some live horses. You guys noticing that? You got it, Daniel. Thanks for the question. As far as the 8 horse and a name that I still can't pronounce, it's a wonderful question, though. What's different here? Another claim by Doug O'Neill. Claim this horse for $50,000, in for $16,000. But here's the thing. Look at this. This horse faced 52 group. I know it was a 50,000 claimer, but it wasn't a strong 50,000 claimer and wasn't even the favorite at 9-2, not even close. And yes, they went 7 furlongs, but the horse never was in the race and now drops in for $16,000. Now, that would normally mean something to me, but the problem is this horse, the SOR says that wasn't that strong of a race, and this is a 50 group. And you have a lot of really good horses here coming down to Del Mar that are running for 16,000 that could run for 25 somewhere else because the purses are pretty good. So, and the EE morning line 7-1. I don't like the 8, and not in the top 2, Scotty, so I'm not a fan. I like the post. And here's one other thing to consider. This horse's best race was right there near the lead. But, 6.5 furlongs, horse could be breathing fire at 6.5 furlongs. It is 21%. It is a wide open race. This is not the strongest field in the world. So I don't want to throw you off of it, but you asked me a question, and not my favorite. But I like the 6 horse because the 6 is tactical. I think the 6 is going to get a really good trip. And the 9 horse broke its maiden, barely got up against a 40 group. Because sometimes when these horses, Little Red Feather as well, sometimes these horses, once they break their maiden, they can really improve. And this, again, is not that strong of a field. Drop Anchor is 4-1, 5-1 morning line. It's the second Scotty pick. Let's see here. 62 going 9 furlongs, broke 10. Okay, throw that out. Then goes off at 9-5 against a 50 group over at Churchill and runs okay. Now is in for 16,000 non-winners of 2. So it is a drop, but I don't love this horse either. We talked about this horse having a 34 SOR. Remember I told you, you want to know if a field is tough? You see a horse like this that has the top win percentage and is a 34 SOR, and this is a 50 SOR, that you know the race is tough. And look at the morning lines. I will say this, look at the EE morning lines, 5-2 on the 6. Top GSR, top Scotty pick, and a good win percentage. Those metrics are lining up. And then look at the average SOR. So in that one race going 6.5 furlongs on the dirt, that was a 56 group. That was a tougher group. I like the 6. I like the 6. I'm gonna stick with the numbers here. I'm gonna go 6, 5. Really bad break, rushed up, needs lead. Okay, so we know the 10 needs a lead, and I do think the 10 is going to get the lead. This is the race, well, there's a few of them, but look at, not often are you going to see a horse that's your top win percentage at 15%, and that's exactly what we're looking at. And then look at the EE morning line. The lowest EE morning line is 9-2 on both the 9 and the 5, which, by the way, are top Scotty 2 picks as well. Luck of the draw. This horse is tactical. This horse is not as good on turf, though. I don't like that. 9 horse, the Black Album, the French bred, 6-1 on the morning line. The EE morning line is 9-2. Let's look at this horse a little bit closer. I like this horse. I do. I like this horse, but again, we talked about not leading. Drayden Van Dyke, Ortiz takes over on the 9. I like the 9. And Umberto is on the 5 horse. And when Mike Maker puts him on, they hit at 50%. So you know that's his go-to on the turf for sure. And I'm looking at Joe Bravo is not going to beat me this week on the turf. Not going to happen. I know how good he is on the turf. He's not beating me. Yeah, no way. So, so we're looking at Umberto here, and this horse is burning money. But it did win here, and now this horse is going on the turf. But look, it earned 8,100 per start at 16 tries on the dirt. On the turf, 5,900 per start, but 7,400 though, going 8 furlongs. I mean, he's probably going to be right there. I'm gonna stick with the numbers here. I'm gonna say 9-5, but I like the 4-2. I just want to look at that. I don't like that Mike Smith and Bob Hess Jr. are. I don't like that they're over 8 at all. I don't like that. How about the 2 Antarctic? This horse, 5 wins in 11 tries. Horse likes to win. Okay, let's look at the average SOR here. 9 horse. 9 horse is a 66. So you got a really good GSR. You got a good record. 66 GSR, 89,000 earned, which is second in the field to the 10 horse Nazi Dresser, who could go gate to wire, by the way. But the Black Album is tactical. Ran a really good race last time out, coming in good form. Gets claimed. I don't like how it lost as the favorite both times, but it was right there. This is this guy a hanger? I mean, you see what I mean? This could be. Could be.
Yeah. Well, I had Sean over there. Like, can you close some of these?
I think the 5 is going to be. I think I'm starting to like the 5 with Umberto a little bit more too. I'm a little bit worried about this guy hanging. I'm going to say 5-9, 5-9-7. I'm going to stick with the numbers here as well. 5-9-7. Beyond brilliant. Okay, I'm surprised I like the 4 horse only because as a 44 SOR, I know won by 7 lengths, but that was on the lead. And now it goes up to a 62, 18 points higher. Why? This feel, look at it. Okay, well, no. No. Okay, I missed this. Why did I like the 9? No, 9's going to win this race. No. And can rate some. Yeah. But this guy's going at 8 points up as well. But this he's improving. Look at this. Bob Baffert, Abel Cedillo. I think Bob Baffert wins his first race of the meet here. I do, Mo. Yeah. It's 11:30. Yeah. Okay. I gotta send in my picks. Thank you. Thanks for that reminder, Mo. That was very nice of you. I got literally 5 minutes with you guys. So 9. I'm going with a 9. I'm gonna probably have to stick with the numbers and have no choice. This guy can improve. Faced way tougher last time out, so I'm gonna say 9, 8, 4. I'm gonna do some variation of probably the numbers, but 9, 8, 4. That Mr. Impossible is interesting too. This horse is actually gonna have to improve. 8 horse is very interesting to me. 1 breaking its maiden at 8 furlongs as well. Then goes to a 74 group. Throw that race out. Simon Callahan, Umberto. Let's say 9, 8, 4. All right, 9th race. Come on now. Yeah, I wish you guys all the best today, okay? Hope you kill it. Setamar, I know I like that horse. 2, 4. Tapwater, stumbled and on the pace. Is tactical, 77 or 70 group, non-graded stakes race. This horse, grade 2, got a 4th by 3 lengths, and a grade 3 had the lead but stumbled. Okay, stumbled. Is there any other pace in here? 8 furlongs. No, that was 12 furlongs though. Oh, the horse can rate though. 66 group. All right, so that's this horse barely hung on in a non-grade stakes race with the lead. I think he's. I think that was a 70 group at Santa Anita. Yeah, that's a wide open race. 2. A contender in a tough race always tries with leaning against for the win. Scotty long shot fits. I don't like. You can always lean towards the GSR and the SOR in these turf races, right? 9 horse Brook, 75 SOR, only a 3rd place finish though. So I would have liked to see a better finish. The horse is slowing down, and the GSR is the same. But 3rd race off. Okay, this is actually a 2nd race off a layoff and ran pretty good. I think the 9 Umberto. Is Umberto new on this horse or stays on the horse? Okay, what do we got? Watch what I'm gonna do on this. I'm gonna go 9. I'm gonna go 9-5. 9-5-2. 9-5-2. Okay, 9-5-2. I'm gonna stick with the top pick and Umberto. You got Umberto on the top pick, and then I'm gonna take the 5. 5 horse express train. We already know. I'm going 5, 4, 1. And race number 11, 1, 8, 10. But I'm a little worried about this one now. I'm not going to lie, because it seems to need the lead, and there's a lot of speed in here. So I'm a little worried about this one horse. This one is going to have to fly out of that gate. Well, it can rate a little bit, huh? Oh, rated here. Against a 62 group, though, going 9 furlongs. 12-1 in the morning line. Look at this. 12-1 in the morning line and 5-2 and Scotty Longshot. I'm going to stick with it. 1, 8, 10 here in race number 11. Love you guys. Thank you. Good luck today. Get a chance. Don't forget to watch the broadcast, the simulcast from Del Mar, me and John Lees. I'm going to send in my picks right now. Wish you all the best. And then we'll be back here tomorrow, I believe 9:30, depending on the start time. Look for your email or notification on YouTube, okay? I appreciate you guys sticking around handicapping with me, and I wish you all the best. Bye.